Hey everybody, this is Carrie. Welcome to Vedida number 6. Today is Thursday, December 5th, 2013. Today's Vedida is about my academic career. I'm going to kind of go through with you what I've done and what I'm doing right now. So let's start. There's this thing in Korean culture where if you put the book under your pillow, the material will go in through osmosis into your brain. So I wonder if it works the opposite way, like if you put it above your head, if it trickles down into your brain. Bring. So I did my undergraduate degree from 2002 to 2006, and I graduated from Dalhousie University in Halifax with a major in English literature. I had always wanted to do further studying after completing my undergrad, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to study. So I took some continuing education classes in novel writing. I do love writing, so I had studied that. And it was only in the last couple of years that I realized that teaching is a passion of mine. I started my master's program last September. I am in my third semester of an online master's in TESOL from the New School in New York City. So this is the pile of books for the classes that I'm studying right now. It's very interesting. I really enjoy it because it's quite practical. You get a lot of information from the classes that you can use right away. So I'm teaching and studying at the same time. So a lot of times we'll have a discussion in the class, or we'll be talking about how to teach a specific thing, or how to organize a lesson, or how to engage students better. And it's really cool because I can take the ideas that we learn in class and I can say, okay, I'm going to try this out tonight. And I can say, okay, well, this thing worked, or this thing didn't work, or I have another idea. So it's very practical, and it's nice for me that way. My master's is also online, which is new for me. My experience overall online is less satisfying than in person. I really do thrive in the classroom when you have a group of other people together in a room and you have that natural conversation that builds upon itself, and you really get to amazing places in those conversations. However, studying online, you don't really have that same immediate reaction. Like, we do have a lot of discussion board conversation where I will say something and someone else will react to me, and we'll kind of develop into something, and I might learn something new from a comment that someone leaves, but you don't really have the spontaneity and the instantaneous response that you have when you're with people in person. For that, I wish that I was studying on-site. However, for the convenience of being able to live here in Toronto or in Korea or travel South America, for that it's really, really convenient and really enjoyable for me. So I'm doing a class-based master's, so there's 10 courses to complete in order to finish the master's, and I am right now, in the next week or so, I will be completing the 4th, 5th, and 6th classes for this master's. So I'll have 4 more to do next year, and hopefully I will graduate next year, and then I can start raking in the dough and traveling more. It's not all about the money, but that is one big part of it. Overall, I love it. I love studying. I love reading interesting books that give me advice on how to do things better and how to understand the language that I'm teaching better, how to analyze the problems that students have, and how to address error correction in the classroom, and all sorts of really important and relevant things that I'm learning, and things that I can actually apply to my classroom, which I really like, because I was worried that when I started this program it might be kind of theoretical and less applicable to my actual teaching life, but I've really found that the kinds of discussions and topics that we talk about in the classes seem to really reflect and be useful to my own experience and my own teaching. So overall, I'm really happy. It's difficult and it's a lot of work. There's a lot of things where I think I did my best work, and then someone says, well, actually you missed this, or you forgot about this. There is growth for sure. Like, I feel myself growing as a teacher, growing as a person, growing as a student, and it makes me want to do more, oddly. I'm now thinking perhaps of doing a PhD somewhere in the near or distant future. I don't even know what's available in the world of, you know, TESOL, if there are PhDs, or if it would have to be something like applied linguistics. So I don't really know. I've always thought that education is really important, and I remember my grandmother telling me before she passed that education is one thing that a person can never take away from you. So she kind of thought that education is really important. So I always think of her when I kind of debate whether I should study something or learn something. I think, well, she would probably support that. I hope that if any of you are considering further education, or going to college, or going to university, or doing more university after you've completed an undergrad, I think it's never a bad choice, and you can't really go wrong having more education behind you. Of course, it depends what your field is and whether you require it or not, or whether it's actually beneficial for you, because it is money that you're spending on tuition. But I do think there is inherent value in education. One thing that's really awesome about the new school is that they have amazing professors, very important people in the field of teaching English as a second language. I really feel that I made a good choice in the school that I go to. So I have 4 more classes to complete, and I am planning on spending next summer doing an intensive program in New York to complete the master's. So we'll see. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm already kind of sad that this semester is over, just because I've really enjoyed the classes that I'm taking. But alas, all things must pass, and this video will pass as well. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my academic career, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in Vedida number 6. Alright, have a lovely Friday. I mean, Thursday.